the first week of your head coaching career.
Yes.
How did this go?
I think it went well. The boys had fun. They were very energized, and I think they enjoyed practice. I can't say that there was a day that I felt that practice dragged at all. I felt the energy in every practice was high, and I think these boys are determined.
The last couple of weeks, the offense has kind of struggled a little bit. Now that you've been able to kind of step back and be that head coach, how do you think the offense, particularly Darryl, can improve this weekend?
I mean, we just got to get behind Darryl. We got to protect our quarterback, right? We got to establish the run. We got to establish a physical run game, and I think the rest will take care of itself. Darryl will be fine. You know what I mean? And they're going to do everything they can to protect him. Give him some time back there and let him make plays with his feet in his arm.
Have you seen a different energy from the guys this week compared to maybe the first 6 weeks of the season?
I mean, the energy that's been out here kind of reminds me when we were in camp. Kind of fun that they were having to build up into camp. I mean, and I'm pretty sure there were times in between that I'm just not, recollecting, but that's what it reminded me of kind of this week. Just enjoy being out here just playing football, to let all the other things, outside distractions went away, and just enjoyed each other. The whole family concept is real, and you can tell they're all genuine about it.
What would a win this weekend mean for the program and for you personally?
I mean, anything I do, I want to win. If I'm going to sit down next to you and eat breakfast, I want to finish first. I want to win at that. So, I mean, it would be huge for the program. And really, I mean, that's why we do this. It's not just this weekend. Anytime you perform and compete, you want to win. So I really don't look at it as far as what does it do for me. It's really what it's going to do for these athletes, for these student athletes, and what it's going to do for this community. And those are the most important things. So, we want to pump life and breathe life back into this whole deal. We want to understand that the student athletes and the community, we're all one. Okay, we're all Oregonians. It's all Oregon State. It's all Beavers, Beaver Nation. And I think it would be huge for everybody. But, I mean, it should be that way week in and week out.
How does Ryan look to you this week?
Ryan looks good. Ryan looks good. He'll go, he'll perform, and he'll be wrecking and all.
How different was your routine this week versus weeks past?
I can't say that we did anything, but I was jumping up and down and probably almost popping Achilles. And I think we had longer periods. We went longer periods, and not much, but just enough for the guys to become comfortable. Kind of slowed some things down, slowed the pace of practice down for them. And so they can take some, a lot more mental reps. See if that helps. Anytime you're going through something like this, I mean, change creates change, right? And you got to see what's best for the student athlete, for the player, and see how we can get the best out of these players. I mean, and everything can be adjusted. So you always do that. You never want to stay the same all the time completely. Everything is an adjustment, right? Going to halftime, you have halftime adjustment. So you look at this as a halftime adjustment.
Despite their 0-3 record, what do you like about Colorado? And I feel like their conference record is maybe a little deceiving of their complete team.
No, I mean, I like the physical style of play. Obviously, like I said, I'm old school football.
Right.
I like their brand of football. I have a lot of respect for their head coach, their coaching staff. They've done a tremendous job, and the things that they've done over the past 5 years, since they've been there. So I've always admired. I mean, and that's this league. I can point at a lot of different teams in the Pac-12 that I've taken a liking to. I mean, Stanford being one of them.
Right.
But at the end of the day, they're an opponent, and football is football, and we have to establish our identity the same way.
When Oregon State fans come to the game on Saturday, is there anything you think they'll see different, or anything that you expect to look different compared to these first few games that you might try to inspire maybe a little bit more, jumping up and down the sideline, anything like that?
Well, I mean, you know what? It's for the players by the players, and I'm pretty sure those boys got something in the back of their minds. They got something going on, and I'm all for it. I'm all for them having fun. I've talked to Seth, Collins, and he's just like, Coach, I'm bringing it. I'm bringing the juice. You know what I mean? All game. I mean, the turn up is real. That's what they keep saying. This turn up, whatever this turn up. What is the turn up? Isn't it vegetables? I don't know that. Okay, anyway, but Coach, the turn up is real. So I'm excited to go out and watch these kids perform, man, and put on quite a performance. Now, the most important thing I want to make sure they do is they stay in it all 4 quarters. They stay energized, they stay enthused, and I mean they just play hard and play their hearts out.
Right.
Play smart.
What's the best advice you've gotten on game day management and also just game management as a head coach?
Just paying attention to Coach Anderson in those staff meetings. I understand, 2-minute, 2-point, when to kick field goals, when to punt safe. I know that'll be on Coach Cook's different other scenarios. So nothing that I'm not used to. It's just the kind of the minutia of who's delegated which responsibilities. Just getting caught up to speed with that in those regards. So nothing really that I haven't been exposed to already before in the past.
Do you plan to make any kind of changes as far as guys that are in the box versus guys that are coaches that are down the field?
John Rushing will be out of the box. He'll be working with the secondary now. Coach Cook's, we got to see what his role is going to be to this point. The guys, will still be in the box that have been up now. Now my role has changed, obviously. So, now I have to kind of interact with both sides of the ball now. So right now, as far as changes, that's the only one right now that's really set in stone. He's got to kind of fill in for me on the sideline.
As far as with the secondary being banged up, any of those younger guys getting in the mix now, coming off scout
Isaiah
team?
Dunn, you'll see him start again. Justin Gardner will be in waiting. And hopefully off the injured reserve list, we get Jay Irvine back.
What's taking you by surprise the most in your first week as a head coach? Something unforeseen that you probably didn't know that came with being the head man?
You know what? I had no expectations. There were no surprises. I was actually prepared for the worst. And so every task has been handled well, in my humble opinion. And so I can't say, it's just, I think it's the thought of it. I think that's what overwhelms people. And the thing that I've been getting a lot of advice from, all my NFL executive friends and, former players is just be yourself. And that's pretty much what I've done. So, who you guys see and who you're talking to, that's who I am. And that's the best advice that I've got. And the thing is, it's from, everybody from people who knew me when I was in high school, people who knew me when I played in college, people who knew me in the pros, and, like I said, those executives in the NFL as well.
You continue to talk with Gary throughout the week?
I'm going to probably reach out to Gary tonight, talk to him. I've already spoke to him once, and then just kind of, as the week tapers, I'll go ahead and get some more advice from him, going into Saturday's game.
Keep it about football?
Always about football. Even when it's not about football, it's about football.
You talked about the family atmosphere, and we can see some of yours are here today. Who all came out to support you?
I have my wife plus one. We got one in the bun. I think that's my wife, and I see Coach Baldwin's wife. I see Coach Michael's wife, and I can't see who's right there. Again, we're going to maintain that tradition. I know Coach's wife brought the candy for the players, and so the wives brought the candies for the players. It won't change.